Now Jesus says to his disciples in Luke 21 verse 34 to watch yourselves lest your hearts be weighed down with dissipation and drunkenness and cares of this life, and that day come upon you suddenly like a trap. So he's warning us not to be bogged down and obsessed with the material aspects of this life, what we will eat, what we will drink, what we will wear, whether our stock price is going up, whether our house is in a nice location, whether we drive a nice fancy car. These things are meaningless, right? And what are the consequences of being bogged down in the cares of this life? It's one, that your hearts will be weighed down. They will be heavy. You will never be satisfied with your obsession over material things. It will leave you feeling empty and hopeless until you finally realize that what satisfies you is Jesus. You know, Blaise Pascal, a famous mathematician, talks about every human having a God-sized hole in his heart that he will try to stuff full of everything that he possibly can until he realizes that the only thing to fill it is God. And the second consequence of falling into the cares of this life is that that day will come upon you suddenly like a trap. And what is that day? That day is the return of our Lord. And for most Bible-believing Christians, that day will be it will be a scary but a glorious day, the day that we are waiting for, the fulfillment of all of the Lord's promises. But if your hearts are heavy and you are weighed down by the cares of this life and drunkenness, it will come upon you like a trap, meaning that you will not want to see that day no matter how badly you're convinced that it will be a blessing. So time is running out. To believers and non-believers alike, Christ is coming again. And the question is, will it come upon you like a trap? Or will you rejoice knowing that you will be protected for all eternity?